Fam, brother, big dog, do you know, do you understand how far you could have gone if you would have actually went for what you wanted to do? But wait, you had this weird thought in your head, you had this voice, you had other people in mind, and you were like, what if they're gonna hate on me? If I post this video, they're gonna hate on me. I'm gonna get so much hate. People aren't gonna like me. Who cares? Literally. There is always going to be somebody who you are going to be the villain of their story. As you're trailblazing towards success, as you're going forward, as you're pushing the envelope, as you are testing your limits, you are going to make people upset. They're either going to be upset at you for the fact that you took the leverage, you took the opportunity, you took the initiative to move forward, or they're going to be upset at themselves and they're going to reflect that on you. Either way, they're upset at themselves. You have to understand, hate is basically somebody projecting their own insecurities. They're projecting their own inadequacies onto you. Because somebody who's already doing well in life is not going to take the time to verbally announce their hate towards you. They won't even hate you. They won't place any sort of hate on you. Hate always comes below, it never comes above. We know this. This is a common saying. But you have to internalize this because you're missing out on so many opportunities to shine, to grow, to do your thing, to show your message to the world. Go on social media, speak, sell your product, sell your service. You're afraid to get hated on. See, I'll have some people in the comments sometimes when I post something. Obviously, you know, I talk about, I do one-on-one coaching for personal branding, helping people on YouTube build their personal brand. Yeah, right? You get the point. Link is in the description if you're interested. You already know the vibes if you watch my other videos. But I'll get people who genuinely tell me, he's over here selling a coaching program. What'd you think I was going to do? It's providing value to somebody else. People need coaches. People need mentors. I had a coach. I had a mentor. Of course I'm going to do that. Now imagine if I started listening to some of those people. It's only a few tiny groups of people who do that because they hate on what you're doing. They hate on the fact that you're actually providing value to people and people are actually paying you for it and they're actually seeing results. They hate that because they can't do it. They can't get their minds to do it. So they'll hate on you. You can't let those people bring you down. You can't let those people shut down your operation. If you are truthfully doing the best that you can to help other people. You have to understand that there will be people in your life when you post your first video on YouTube, when you post your first Instagram post, when you post your first TikTok video that are going to silently watch and hate on you. And you're going to go ask them for advice. So what'd you think about my video? Did you think my video was good? Did you like my video? And they're going to look at you and be like, yeah, it was cool. That's what haters do. They're always like, yeah, your little video was all right. I see what you're doing with your little thing on YouTube, or I see that little business that you're starting. They always belittle everything that you do because that's how they can make themselves feel better. You have to understand that. Always keep pushing, always keep doing more. People will always bring you down when you're doing something that makes them feel uncomfortable because people love comfort. People love seeing the same things all the time. They don't like seeing different things. They don't like seeing other people do better than them. They don't like that. A lot of people don't like that. I'm not saying anybody that I know is like that. There might be, I don't know, and I genuinely don't care because it's all about pushing the mission forward. It's all about your mission. It's all about where you want to go. It's not about what peons talk about on the bottom. It's not to disrespect them, but that's literally how it is on the value ladder. The only people who are going to shout at you and bring you down are people who are way below you. So why care about what they think? Why care about the energy that they put out? Why even consider what they say if it's not constructive criticism? If it's not helping you improve what you're currently doing? All people want to do is negatively comment on YouTube. You're going to find that. You're going to start making videos and you're going to see people hating on you. And you have to realize that that person is living such a miserable life that they had to take time out of their day, precious time that you're never going to get back, to pull you down, to put a negative comment down, to bring you down to where they're at. You are so valuable in their eyes that they have to figure out a way to pull you down so that they can feel comfortable with where they're at because you're challenging them. You're making them think outside of the box. Every time I've made a video that made people think outside the box, I got the most hate for it. But I love the hate. I enjoy it because I know what I'm doing is righteous. I know what I'm doing is pure. I know what I'm doing has great intentions. I know what I'm doing is actually positively impacting people from what they tell me. So the hate doesn't matter. When you know in your gut, when you know in your soul that what you are doing is actually pushing people forward, is actually helping people, the intention behind it is to help, not to take, but to help, the hate doesn't matter. You laugh at the hate. You enjoy the hate. Because, hey, on social media, the hate pushes you on the algorithm. That's what these pawns don't understand. You're using them as pawns. Okay, let me push you here. Put that comment in. Put that negative comment in. That's fuel for me. That's energy for me, and it's fuel for the algorithm. That's a shallow way of looking at it, but it's the reality when you look at social media. When you go higher up in terms of moving to a different place or going somewhere else outside of your hometown, all the people in your hometown are going to tell you, bro, why are you moving there? Why would you do that? Be comfortable with us over here. Be comfortable with us over here. Stay here. Because you're making us very uncomfortable because you're making big life decisions and we can't make life decisions. That's what you're going to hear just knocking at your head every second that you make a big move that will literally transform your entire life. And you're actually listening to them. Do you see how dumb that sounds? That you're actually making a move that's actually going to change your life that may have some risk to it, but you always need to apply risk. You always need to be able to tap into risk to get to the next level. There's always a risk. But here's the thing, the biggest risk is staying where you're at because you'll never know where you could actually go. That's the biggest risk. The biggest risk isn't actually trying to go further. The biggest risk is staying there and being afraid to move forward because you genuinely don't believe that you'll succeed. You are scared of the risk. You're letting other people who are afraid of risk, who have stayed the same for decades and decades and decades, pull you down. I love risk. I love hate. I love all the things that pull people down normally because that's the thing. It's all about loving the struggle, loving the uncertainty, loving the hate, loving the negativity. Because when you apply love to these situations, it transforms it into a positive. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, but it can be transformed. It can shift into something else. Negative energy can always be transformed into positive energy. This is a law of the universe. You have to understand that. You're going to start making decisions. You're probably sitting and watching this video right now, and it's irking you because you've constantly let people tell you not to do certain things. Let people call you out and pull you down to where they're at because you didn't want to make them feel uncomfortable. You cared about what they had to say. You cared about their opinion. It's okay to listen to other people's opinions, but take it with a grain of salt. See where the source, see where it's coming from. See why they made that comment, why they made that statement, why they criticized you. Understand where the criticism's coming from. Is it coming from a place of love or is it coming from a place of hate and envy? And when you find out that it's coming from a place of hate and envy, and you can easily find this out because you'll start to see their life and you'll start to see your life. You'll start to see you moving forward and them staying the same. You'll constantly see them watching you and lurking. You'll see them on your stories, top of the stories on the Instagram. They never like your video. They never like your post, but they're watching. They never show any level of support, but they're watching. And the reality, here's where it comes full circle. When you actually make that jump, you take that risk and you succeed, those people will always circle back. They will always come back and be like, I knew you could do it. Bro, I was rooting for you. Were you? Or were you lurking? And were you praying? See, the reality that you don't also understand, everyone's waiting for your demise. Most people that you're around, that hear about, that you tell your aspirations, they're waiting for you to fail. They're waiting to be able to say that you were never the person that you were actually saying that you were going to be. They're waiting for you to do that. They're waiting for you to do that because they want to prove that it's not possible so that they can make themselves feel comfortable. Everything goes right back down to comfort. Everybody wants to feel comfortable with their situation. Everyone feels uncomfortable when they see someone doing things that they know that they could do, but they don't have the tenacity to go do it. So when you go do that thing, when you go achieve that thing, you're poking at their insecurities. It's almost like you excelled and you literally put a mirror down and they literally see themselves and they see where they're at, they see where you're at, and all they can do is look at their situation and regret the fact that they didn't take action. That's all it is, by the way. That's all the hate. That's where the hate comes from. Hate is never constructive. Constructive criticism is delivered in a way that it doesn't feel like someone is literally challenging your heart. Someone's belittling you. Someone's telling you to, stop doing what you're doing. No hate comes from that. Hate comes from them actually not wanting you to move forward. They don't want you to do what you're supposed to do. I want you to remember that. I want you to remember as you're taking risks, as you're looking at big plays that you want to make that feel almost impossible, but you know that there's a slither of hope. Remember that a lot of people are watching you. They're watching you. Yes, they may have problems. Everyone's to a degree narcissistic. Everyone cares about themselves, but they still lurk and watch to see what other people are doing so that other people can lay the foundation so they can get started. And while and the sad part is, while that person is pushing, while that person is chopping the road down, chopping all the weeds down to set that path clear, they're trying to pull you back. It's almost like you climbing a mountain with a bunch of bricks. They're just putting brick after brick, and you're just trying to climb the mountain. And once you climb that mountain successfully and you've made a path, they thank you for making that path, and they start to actually ask you to help them up. That's how this whole thing works. It's a sad tale, guys. It's sad, but it's real. And the fact that you want to make that difference, the fact that you have that ambition, the fact that you're looking at these different risks that you should be taking, that's what's going to set you apart. That's what's going to change your life. That's what's going to give you time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom. That's what's going to make you become the best version of yourself and leave everybody else in the dust. We don't want to leave everybody else in the dust. That's not the point of what I just said. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to inspire people to do better. And the only way you can inspire people to do better is for you to take the risk. It's for you to move forward. I know you may not be religious, or you might be religious. I'm not religious, but I follow Jesus a lot. Jesus blazed the path forward. Had so many haters, so many people calling him a charlatan, so many people saying that he was a devil. And he laid the groundwork for billions, if not billions, of people to follow. He took the hate, he took the lashes, he took the humiliation. He took it all the way to the top. That's a lesson, man. Jesus is one of the most masculine figures in modern history, in all of history. That's a fact. Whether you believe in the Bible or not, read it as a story. Even if you think about it as a story, that is a story of one of the most masculine figures, and that's who you need to be. That's who you need to follow. You don't have to be a Christian. You don't have to be a Buddhist. You don't have to be anything. You don't have to be anything but just watch the people who have made the impact in the world and emulate, see the commonalities. Everybody who's made great strides, they've suffered a ton of hate. They've suffered a ton of doubt, but they kept going. They won. And when they won, everybody else followed. That's how this works, fellas. I hope this woke you up. Like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend who needs it. Again, all my links are in the description if you're interested in working with me. You already know the vibes. I only want to work with serious people. I only want to work with value creators. I want to work with people who are actually educating people on things that are going to improve their lives. I don't want entertainers. I don't want people who are putting out content that is not actually changing the world, because I don't want to help you. I don't want to help you build your brand that has nothing to do with helping people. That's a fact. All right, so serious inquiries only, serious applications only. All right? So I appreciate y'all. Conquer the world, conquer your life, conquer yourself. And as always, I'm going to catch you on the next video.